I haven't necessarily seen them from like any big YouTubers out there because I do watch a lot, but I found some very, very decent builds that I would like to bring up. This build right here specifically is going to be my main showcase today. I will have other builds to show. Sadly, this is the only character besides the main character that I don't have good perks on that has the pallet drop endurance effect perk, this one. So I should have just said smash it, but so overall we're going to be doing this build, which reason why we're doing this is because Vigil will make it to where we can get smash hit in like 15 seconds. It's extremely overpowered in my opinion, because if you pair this up with things like what's the other perk? Oh yeah, you could switch out probably Lucky Break until actually I wouldn't switch out Lucky Break, I'd probably switch out Dance with Me for Fixated. Reason being is that you can walk away from like pallets or certain loops or walk on certain parts of it faster. For one, getting out of Bloodlust, all different kinds of things that come in with Fixated and why it's so helpful. Even like things like flashlight saves, but it pairs into this really well because then you don't have to worry about running around all the time. So then you can move faster, get back your stun, endurance effect, and then just keep going. Reason why I like these two together is because I'm someone that normally always can get to a pallet, so in my personal opinion, it's a very good perk. I'm going to be uploading, or trying to upload, a video of something like this every night. I do have a video that will be coming out today because it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. So today, pretty much, I'm going to be uploading a video for Village, Resident Evil Village. So be tuned for that, because it's not the full game or anything, of course, but it is the demo that they released, and I'm going to be showcasing it. It is only about a 30-minute demo, and I'm not going to be looking at everything in the game, because I know that in Resident Evil there's a lot that you can pick up on, but we will be doing that today. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. Right now, we're going to showcase a couple of different builds that, in my personal opinion, from playing for a really long time, have helped me a lot. Of course, you don't need these perks. I would definitely suggest sometimes for some people smash hit isn't very good. Reason being that you have to get to a pallet. Some people are worse at getting to pallets. Reason being that they don't loop as good as others, which is perfectly fine. I am going to be making a build for that too. I just did want to upload this mainly to showcase this because of the fact that it's just such a good build in my opinion, especially for my play style. Especially when the new what is it called? Lucky Break rework comes out, because then it's going to make it extremely useful, because getting to those pallets faster, being able to get that endurance effect, is going to be 2 to 3 times more vital to your gameplay than if you didn't have it, which is precisely why I'm running it right now, because even as it is, I think it's good. A lot of people don't like it, which the reason why I paired it up with Dance with Me is because I won't leave trails of blood once I vault something, which it could be the pallet once I hit them, which I like to do, which is really good honestly now that I think about it, because I didn't think about this fully, but I can smash it. Thumbtack, I won't leave trails of blood if they hit me or something, you know. And then what ends up happening is I can vault over that pallet, I leave no scratch marks, and I can pretty much, I normally just run and try to get to another pallet, meaning that they're gonna probably look left to right, because that's normally what killers do when they get thumbtacked. They normally go to hit, so they'll be totally confused, and that's why this works so well. especially again when the new fix comes out. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the fan in the background. It's like 80 degrees here where I live, so it's terrible. But let's get into this. Something that I always want to recommend, this is just a tip for anybody that ever plays Dead by Daylight, is honestly, like, if you really want to be good, all you have to do is, of course, because gens, that's the biggest priority, that's what's going to get you pips and get you through the game, but you do have to know how to loop, of course, because if a killer's on you, especially because the game's been out so long that most of the time you're going to go up against either toxic people that don't know how to play the game, but they use that against you, or they're super good people that do know how to play, or at least decently, and can easily, you know, win. And sometimes you have to just kind of go with the flow of it, and you have to learn how to loop, which that's the biggest thing I always would recommend, is just learning how to loop. Once you learn how to loop, make sure you're prioritizing gens more, and then if you're not getting good at looping, you can always look at videos from like Probs or JRM or Aaron. I would say Aaron, JRM, and Probs are probably the three best ones that you're gonna get. Why? I'm so confused as to why they left. But anyway, so I would say JRM, Probs, Aaron, and Monto. I would say Monto's quite good. He's not as, if you're looking to find out how to do dumb text or like text or certain things like that, just text in general, or like certain more strategic plays, I guess you could say, then you're gonna want to go to like Aaron, JRM, and Probs. I would say Monto's more of like I'm gonna loop you casually, like how the game is originally, like, you could say, because like of course the people who made the game probably didn't intend for like dumb text and window text and all this stuff to be in the game, which is probably specifically why the window tech is out of the game, because like dumb text they can't really do anything about. But I will say that, again, if you want to go for something like that where you're trying to find out text or certain strategic moves that you can do that are going to help you or benefit you in looping, then I would definitely go to Aaron or Probs or JRM or even me, because as you can tell, I watch these people. I always am practicing, whether it's 360s or it's dumb text or window tech. I don't do window teching actually because it is bugged. I don't know if you can still do it with a map anymore, but I don't remember, or I haven't really tried it out and seeing any videos about it. But anyway, sorry I'm talking so much, but I do want to talk a lot because there's not really much you can see here, of course. And of course there's probably not going to be anybody on the stream, but this is getting uploaded to YouTube as long as my YouTube account's up, which is really nice because that's what I intended. Since I think I deleted my old videos just to set this this whole project up, because I'm trying to get big on here and I'm trying to get the content out. And again, I'm not only going to be doing this and this Skyrim, The Forest, Resident Evil, all kinds of Resident Evils, Titanfall, all sorts of games will be coming out. I mean, there will be other ones, of course. I will do The Witcher, and that one will be really nice because since it's not an online game, there won't be any lag to have to deal with. There won't be any of that sort of biz. So yeah, I will be doing that stuff soon. I am starting out with the Resident Evil, and we're gonna start, of course, I didn't want to do it this way, but because of the circumstances of the new one is coming out, I'm gonna do the demo, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna buy the, actually now that I think about it, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do the demo today, and not buy the actual version, because it is quite expensive. Of course, it's a new game, it's really good, trust me it is. I can see some gameplay on it, the graphics are amazing, everything about it is amazing, but I'm gonna be uploading every Resident Evil, because I personally want them to be able to play them every once in a while, because they're just very fun games, and well thought of. Like, to think about even the first one, how good of graphics it has, even as being such an old game. For instance, like the fourth one, even from like back in like 2016, I think it was, or something. It was like, just those games are always so good. The graphics are always amazing. It's like you're in a movie kind of, because the graphics are just so realistic in ways. I love games like that. So we'll be uploading those. Yeah, we'll be doing a bunch of different gameplay. And if you want to recommend me any gameplay, my Instagram is in the description. And my Instagram is in the description, and of course you can just comment them here. I would rather you comment them here, but it's whatever you want to do. Again, my number one thing about my Instagram is I don't want anybody following me just for my own thing that I have about that. But besides that, just go ahead and text me, or try to, if there's anything, any type of game that you want. It specifically has to be something about a game, or maybe giving me some tips and feedback on games that I'm playing. But if it's going to be hate, then you're just going to get blocked, and I'm not going to pay attention to it. But let's just play. Someone's already down. I'm hoping it's not anybody too, like, I mean, I don't care who it is, but I'm hoping it's not anything like, wait. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be something stupid like this. Oh, why? Well, that didn't go to plan. I mean, this is kind of good, because now our scratch marks are left. We got to do what we wanted, which I kind of thank her for hitting me through the pallet, because that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, is if I am able to get hit through a pallet, and I'm able to get that type of, reaction when I go over the pallet or whatever, it's nice, because then I can use that to my ability with my perks. Oh. That was bad. I think she must have strayed her, because there's no way that my scratch marks were there. And I was trying to spam the button to throw it on the pallet, but it didn't work. Another thing is, if it like keeps doing this, like where it goes up and down, it's because my controller's a little bit messed up, but that's okay. We will still make it work. That sucks for you. Okay. Why? See, this is what I hate, this is the one thing I don't like about uploading DVD content, is you never know who you're going up against. Like, you could be going up against someone that is completely annihilating you, either because they're just, like, bad games with a tunnel, like this, you know, or it can be the total opposite, they're just extremely good. But we need to get on gens, because I was trying to go for those flashlight saves, but I don't want to prioritize that too much, because that's something that I've noticed, like not to spread it, I'm not like saying anything hateful against them, but I will say that like JRM, Probs, those kind of guys, they don't go for gens enough. Which, I mean, it comes in hand because their teammates usually most of the time are doing them, and they might get like a gen done, possibly two, which isn't bad. But sometimes you'll see them not do one gen. You know, you also got to think about the fact that you're on a team. Hello? I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. I don't know if that was my Wi-Fi, because, okay, I will say that my Wi-Fi sometimes is completely trash. Like, you won't... You sometimes won't see a day that it's, like, not buffering, and it sucks, but we gotta do what we gotta do. One thing, where did she come from? Because, like, she stopped phasing, but I didn't hear her for a second. And then all of a sudden, she was, like, right on me. I don't know if that's a bug or that's just her, because I don't play against Spirit much. That's one thing, that's the only thing that I hate, is going against Spirit, because, I don't know, I just don't ever do good against her, because I'm always so, like, very bad at my guessing. Like, I'll be on a pallet or in a certain area that I think she's not gonna come to, but it ends up that she's like right there. Like, for instance, a couple times in this video, but anyway. But yeah. We can carry on. So, I am gonna do one more video, or like one more gameplay review on this build, because I do think it has some potential. Of course, I don't have all the perks I'd want for it, but I will say this is pretty decent. In my opinion, what I would do is, I mean, there's multiple you could do. I would just definitely keep these two. You could either do this, you could do quick and quiet, and dance with me. You could do, I'm trying to think, you could do, resilience and spine chill. That's one of my, I think that would be my favorite probably, is either resilience and spine chill or this one, because it gives such a stealth effect, but such a, like, run, like, build type of, like, mix up. So then you're getting a little bit of both worlds. controller, contacts. Okay. The thing I hate about my controller is the fact that I cannot do flashlight saves or anything of that sort for the life of me, because right when I go to do a flashlight save, because I have to hold it still, I mean, I have gotten some, but sadly it buffers up so much that it's very hard to do it, and it sucks. But and also it sucks because it'll do it mid-chase too. So like, I'll be running and I'll be looking straight ahead and getting a good loop going, and then all of a sudden it just buffers up and I'm looking in the sky or like close to it, and it's annoying. I'm trying to think of some other builds I might want to showcase. I'm gonna wait. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm only gonna wait a little bit, because I don't want to be waiting a whole year for someone to come in. Anyway, I was trying to say earlier that I am gonna be thinking about, while I'm doing this video, I'm gonna be thinking about other builds, because right now, I want to get out a couple of, running builds. So this will be like my running build video. Then I'll have like a healing build. For instance, I can already see some stuff in here. Literally, I have a build right now, right in here, which I'll do today too, like right after I upload this video or sometime later on. I don't know when. I'm going to be putting out a healing build video of my personal favorites, and I'm actually going to get it set up on different characters first before I do the video, because that's what I should have done now, because kind of contradicting myself trying to think about it when I could have done it before, but that's okay. At least we had this one ready, because I do think this one does have a lot of potential. Of course, right now it's not going to be as good, but once that lucky break rework comes in, it's going to be very, very powerful, because you could just run lucky break on its own. I mean, you could honestly run no perks and you could still be good at the game, but with lucky break it makes it so much easier to get out of situations. And especially with, like, just imagine you do vigil and the, what is it called, the pallet drop stun exhaustion perk. I keep forgetting what it is because I'm not used to it. Smash it in vigil, you get it faster, you hit them, you get the boost, you go over them if you're already injured, so you're not leaving anything. With quick and quiet, they don't see it, or they do, maybe even if you have a flashlight, this makes it better. So then you go over them, or you might not be able to flash time, but it doesn't matter, because you go over, you'll leave nothing, and it'll be quiet, so they won't know which direction you went. And then that's pretty much chase over, because I haven't seen anybody do that, but I can already tell that would be an absolutely amazing build. I might actually post a comment on, like, I'm gonna post a couple comments. For one, Why? I was trying to say, I'm gonna post a couple comments on Prob's videos, JRM, Aaron, about that build, because that actually really sounds like a good build that I want to do. I'm probably gonna post something, ask them to like pin someone that, like for them to pin the comment for everybody to like see the build and get credit for it, and see if they can add my my YouTube channel for the recommendation of the build. Because that, for one, people might come check me out on my YouTube channel, and it's giving a good recommendation for a build, so I don't see anything wrong with it. This hag is very relentless with her trap. That person kind of deserved to die because they were legit just like throwing pallets wherever they could. It was one of those types of Claudettes. What is that mind game? You're just wasting your own time. I'm not there. But it's okay. At least they are trying to mind game. That's the whole point. One of those gamers. I've noticed that like every hag I go against and I dumb tech, they always just instantly break the pallet. I don't know what it is with them. And it's always like a newbie one. Like they don't know what they're doing yet. They, you know, it's just, oh god. It's just funny in my opinion. God damn. How many fucking things do you have to have? Oh, we were running around and dumb. We could have gotten our thing back by now. Our exhaustion burst. That's okay. 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 She is coming this way. So we are going to loop this long way. Okay. You know, I could just do this. I was gonna try to disarm the trap, but it didn't work. Because I guess it wasn't where I thought it was. Alrighty. Is she going back to the hook? Why is this Kate not doing a thing? I'm gonna go in for the save. What? Okay, that's bullshit. I clearly got that. That was extremely dumb. I seen that the bar was full. That's something I've noticed is if you have like, if your ping is high, that's when, and it sucks because I swear that's happened to me like at least like 10 times probably. No, don't come over here. Okay, I was gonna say, she's coming over here. She's gonna be disappointed. Okay, so she's clueless as to where they are. If this Kate comes over here eventually, once I'm done, once she thinks I'm done, then we might be able to get this. Because if I can just get up off the ground, we're good. But she's been sitting there for a pretty long time. Okay. Hello? Like, bro. I was about to be so upset if, like, she was just gonna, like, hover over me. Because I was so confused for a minute, because I was like, what are you doing? She is relentless. I mean, she's not very good, because this is something that a lot of killers, I think not a lot, I mean probably half, or actually probably a lot of the killers, like to go to the same areas. Like, they don't understand that there's a whole map that you have. Why is she not teleporting? I'm confused, because if she would have teleported there, she could have gotten a hit. Like, if she instantly would have teleported, because the traps are fucking OP as hell. But anyway. Okay, I want to save before she... I wanted to save before she put her traps down, because I'm not dealing with the whole I love to put a million traps down. Hello? Are you gonna, you know? That's another thing to never do. Is if someone's coming up behind you to heal, when there's nothing going on around you, don't, like, lead them to the corner of the map because you think that's gonna do something. You should always get on a loop like this that's long, that you have time to get somewhere, and that has a pallet. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But, because that's where you're gonna thrive the best at. If you're looping. Oh my, of course. I couldn't tell if that was, like, a fat shame or not, because there's so many in this game that I just assumed. Because if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't be able to do anything. I'm doing kind of bad. But that is okay. I wish they would stop just, like, putting a bajillion pallets on each fucking thing. It's not gonna do anything for someone. Damn it. Okay, that is so dumb. She had to have clearly seen her. I don't know how you wouldn't be able to. Yep, you're dead. And she's all the way across the map. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go to the next build, which this one's a lot easier to use and can keep you alive better, because I will say that smash hit is not the greatest. Like, it depends on what map you're on, it depends on how good you are, and like, I'm not saying that it's hard for me normally. I will say it's very late. This hag is playing really weird, and so I have some excuse of why I'm playing bad with it right now. But anyway, I'm going to now do the other. I'm going to only do 2 more showcases. I'm going to do a dead hard build and a sprint burst build. Of course, you might have seen these anywhere, really, if you watch people that play DBD, because I mean, Probs, Aaron, Monto, not even just them, but like anybody really that plays the game uses these builds, or somewhat the same. See, this is the sad thing, is sometimes I don't have the correct perks. Okay, I'm gonna showcase the sprint burst one first, because that one seems to be the one that I actually have. Yeah. Okay. At least I should. Okay. Here's something. Oh, I do have it. Okay. Here's something that I always recommend when you're making a build. You always want to have something, of course, if you're first starting out the game, you don't know how to loop, you are, like, not the greatest at, like, you know, just the game in general. Because, I mean, you can't really be great or bad at the gen, you're just gonna get the gen done, you know? It's not like, I mean, I guess you could say you're gonna be great at it, because there's no really, like, hardcoreness to it. So, if you're bad at chase, I should say, or interacting with the killer, you're gonna want an exhaustion perk. So this is what these type of builds are for. These are for people that either just like to play with exhaustion perks like me, or they just simply have to have them on because of that. So, and then you're also going to want something that helps out with your exhaustion perk, in my opinion. Fixated and windows of opportunity, quick and quiet, spine chill and resilience, and vigil. Those are types of perks that help out, because spine chill, resilience, windows of opportunity, and quick and quiet help with pallets and windows, and vigil just helps overall with any exhaustion perk you use. So this is the build that I'm thinking of. And also another thing is an information perk, for flashlights or just in general. So I am going to use my purple flashlight for this, to see if I can at least get something with this horrible controller. So the point of the build is adrenaline for late game, of course. We're going to do sprint burst for just overall the whole game. Actually, I'm going to take adrenaline out, because I never really, well, okay, I'm gonna take adrenaline out to make this better. But 1 second, I will be back very quickly. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, I am back after being very rudely interrupted by having to go to the bathroom. Really bad. But anyway, I digress. Oh nice, they're going with all PS4 players. I can already tell that this Claudette is either going to be very immersive or very just out in the open, but dies instantly. Anyway, the point of this build is visual. Helps us with sprint burst like in the last game, our last couple games that we did with the whole, what is it called? Smash hit build. So these are going to pair in, which if you don't know what sprint burst is, it's pretty much you have an automatic run that you can do whenever you want, but the only downside to this is you kind of want to time it, and with visual it comes back faster, so it's kind of hard to time, but anyway. So fixated, we walk 20% faster at all times, meaning whether we're injured or not. It used to be different, but now it's like this, which is very nice, because what we can do with this is around pallet loops or loops in general, we can walk and still be fast, whether that's to evade the killer, to get somewhere faster without having to run, so we save up that sprint burst or exhaustion perk in general. It's just overall a very inclined perk to our build. And the last one we have, which of course you can't see it right here, but it'll be in the gameplay of course, is Bond. Bond is a perk where up to 36 meters or so you see all survivors, and this is really good because it doesn't matter whether they're injured or they're healthy or whatever they're doing, you can see them. Reason why this is good and why it pairs them with sprint burst in this whole build really good. Flashlight saves, being able to get to someone that's on a gen, being able to get near someone to heal them, whatever it is, you can see your teammates. Like right now, like you can tell if I look through my body, I can see my teammate, and the other one is not near, but I would be able to see them too. It's very good. It's like, I think you could you could probably just throw Bond in with any ability you play. I typically don't use it, but I will say that it is a very good perk. And I think it's kind of underrated by most of the bigger YouTubers and streamers that play DVD, because I don't ever see them use it, because they're normally doing like case build or, you know, interaction with the killer builds, stuff like that. But I forgot that I had sprint first, so I was kind of a waste. Oh, my thing made it look like he was like ooh. Alright. We're already off to a good start. Okay. And then right as I say that, someone almost dies. With this killer pyramid head, I'm pretty much, in my videos, whatever game it is, I'm always going to throw out tips. Reason being that I want to interact with you guys. I don't want it to just be for my thrill. Because, like, I don't want anybody to think I'm just doing this because the fact that if I get big and, like, I'm making money from making videos or whatever it is. The reason why I like to say certain things I do in the videos, like try to pretty much help, is because I want you guys to know how to do these things. I want you to be able to thrive in these games. I want you to be able to have the best tips out there for the game, at least in my opinion. Of course I can't say that they're the best, because I can't. It's not based on facts, of course, but I can definitely at least pinpoint you in the direction of where you have to go. Which is, it's my job. Oh, I didn't know he was there. It's okay because what we'll do is okay. Now, as you can see, our bar is going down exponentially more faster than it would if we were simply just, you know, just not using Vigil. This is why Vigil is such a necessary perk. I don't want to die here. I think he's a newbie because he doesn't know how Pyramid Head works. Got him. And I couldn't even really see. But, there we go. I hope I didn't just fuck them up on the gen. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm happy. Because I hate doing it. Like, I know it's like my fault. Oh, that's awkward. That is very awkward. The reason being that it's awkward is because of the mere fact that I kind of, like, was hoping to get that flashlight save, which if he was going to pick up, I would have. But it was funny that he sent him to the cage, because I forget all the time that he can do that, since no other killer can. Interesting. God, he really likes this guy. Okay, sadly he's not coming that way. The reason why I'm kind of just slacking off for now is, you know, flashlight saves. Since we only have one gen done, since he's only been going for one person, it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, this is another tip that I'm gonna say is, from my experience, I would say, if, say one of you is not injured, but one of you is, his blade literally went through the wall, but alright. But anyway, I think the collision should be changed, because I literally seen the tip of his blade that would have hit me hit the wall, which if it does that, it should hit the wall and stop his blade. But anyway, so what I was trying to say is, if like there's 2 or 3 people in a gym, like you just got there, you're injured, don't proceed to try to get healed unless you know that he's coming for you. Reason being, I mean, this is kind of more for the reason of you can get healed fast, you have all those people there, and also you always want to normally be full health, you know, because there's gonna always be a time that you're gonna need to worry about that being full health. If you're not worrying about it, then you're not being smart. The reason why you're not being smart is because even if you're a cocky know-it-all player like me that knows everything about the game, tries to do their best to make plays, even if I mess up sometimes, I learn from my mistakes and keep going. But the reason why it is so important to make sure you're healed is because most killers are extremely vulnerable due to the fact that... Okay, I think we get out. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, what I was trying to say is most killers are extremely vulnerable due to the fact that if they do have a one hit down, they have to do something to prepare it. For instance, Michael Myers. He has to stock for a shitload of time, depending on your add-ons and everything. And, let's see if she gets out. Oh god. Okay, we're not even gonna watch that. But, and people like Ghostface, where he has to literally sit there and keep crouching, and if he gets spotted, he's practically done, unless you're really good and you can, like, evade people really nicely. But, like, something about it is, you just have to be careful about healing, because most people, again, are going to be M1 killers, and it's very easy to get M1. If you're not doing techs, if you're not looping right, you're going to get killed. And that's something people need to understand. So, that's the showcase of this build. And the last... yeah, the very last one that I'm gonna do for you guys, because I don't want to just go out on a whiff and not showcase everything that I want. Sorry for the voice crack, but everything I want. So, good. This build is the head-on build. Of course, this is another one that you could have seen. It's definitely one that I would say was more used way back when head-on first came out. Like when people really started using it. But here. So I'm gonna say this right now, that this build that I have on right here, this is fantastic. You can just do this. But what I would do, in my personal opinion, is I would take Fixated and I would switch it out for Spine Chill. Reason why I say Spine Chill and not Resilience is because the fact that you get to see the killer. And the reason why that is so good is because the fact that if you're going to go for a head-on play, or like something around that type of thing you're trying to do, like for instance, say I'm trying to go for a head-on play, I want to know where the killer is to see if they're close to me. Maybe they're a stealth killer, because it does have a certain range. And so maybe you want to know where they are. So Spine Chill is very good. I would say that even Object of Obsession, the only thing I have against Object of Obsession is if you have that, just even the slightest time where they get to see you and they start coming for you, head-on might not be the best. This, especially depending on where they are. But I would definitely say that this build right here would be my go-to if I was using head-on. I mean, Resilience, I would even say Vigil, honestly. I might trade it out for that. I'll think about it, but yeah, because the thing is, like I was saying earlier, sometimes, like especially for me recently, I haven't gotten a lot of like silent killers really at all. Only Ghostface, and they're always like never stealthing or never good at it. So it's, I would say that this is a good build, actually, probably the top one. Again, you could trade out Vigil for probably anything. I mean, you could trade it out for literally any of these perks, because these are the three main ones. I would honestly say that when the rework for Breakout or whatever comes into play, I would say, or not Breakout, what the hell, I can't remember what it's called, but it will be very powerful. You could use it by itself, you can use it with any build, but I would say that this would be an extremely powerful build. Reason being that a lot of the time head-on is underplayed because of the fact that you have to get into a locker. If you don't get it in time or in a specific like way, you're instantly like kind of fucked, because they can either pick you out of the locker, or if you're already injured, you're gonna die if you have to get out of the locker because they're there. But overall, I would say that head-on is still a very good perk, especially when you pair it up with things like inner strength, where you can get a full heal from being in a locker for only 8 seconds. One of the fastest healings in the game, maybe even the fastest. It's just really cool. Speaking of heals, after this video, so this video is gonna be about an hour and like probably 10 minutes long or so. Once I'm done with this, we will carry on to the next video that I'll be posting right after this or later. And I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna let my game done downloading, because I only have probably about an hour left for Resident Evil Village, so I'm just gonna be watching YouTube on my phone or something, and then I'll come back, stream that and on here, so that'll be up. Then what I'll do is I'll take another video later on in the day, and then we'll have running builds, an hour-long video of running builds, and then I'll do another probably like hour-long video, or however long it takes to showcase at least 4 builds for healing, and then tips and tricks when it comes to healing builds, or just in general the game. I'm excited for one because it's a very underrated build. 2 underrated perks that are extremely valuable, like, because it saves you a lot of time. Well, not you as much, but it saves everyone else around the map a whole lot of time, and it'll go in with a couple of the different perks that I've been talking about this game. I know I've been bringing up the new buff to that perk that's going to be coming out a lot. Reason being that it's just so out of this world amazing. Like, for them to think that adding that perk was a good idea. That's the only thing I have with it, is that it's just funny. And it's a good perk, don't get me wrong, but like, I've seen people say that, like, for instance, Oz, he was saying that it's like, I seen a clip where he was saying, yeah, I'm happy they added it. They're giving survivors a kind of strong perk, but I'm happy to see that they're doing that. And I was like, kind of strong? They're giving them a perk that for 90 seconds they're completely invisible practically. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's a good perk, and clearly I think it's overpowered, but again, I don't think it's just kind of good. I think it's very very useful. I would say though, what they should do in the future, because I can tell that they're, like, I think JRM or someone, I can't remember, said it, but it's definitely gonna get buffed, and that is for sure, because they're definitely not gonna keep it how it is. And the buff that I'd say they should do is it was dumb play, but anyway. God, he's so fucking fast. Whoa. I like bounced up on the thing. Anyway. I was trying to say that a change I think they should do to the perk is they should make it that for 10 seconds, every like, I'd say every like 30 seconds, if you get hit, you should get a 10-second point where you have the same effect. You're practically invisible, but it's only for 10 seconds. Reason being that gives you way more than enough time to be able to get that that value, but still have it limited to where you're able to use it multiple times, because that's something they always do with perks like that, is they always change them and make them unnecessarily less powerful than they could be, because they think it's gonna be overpowered or whatever, when it's not. Like, survivors deserve to have somewhat good powers, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, think about it. You're going up against killers that, even if they're trash, they can literally win the whole game in an instant. They have it right in the palm of their hand. However they win it. Like, doesn't matter if they tunnel and camp, or if they play absolutely magnificent. It won't matter in the long run. You know? But, anyway. So, that's my overall personal thoughts on the whole, like, perk rework. Something a lot of people that don't understand is, like, actually, I can just get it out another time, because it doesn't really have anything to do with this. I kind of just am trying to throw stuff out there to talk about, but, anyway. We're doing pretty good. We're down to 3 gens. My flashlight is barely out of juice. And, oh, we might be able to, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Oh, he wasted his time, so he... I'm happy we actually tried a flashlight save, reason being that she actually got off because he went to go hit me. I don't want to get too close, because if they end up coming through here and I get hit because of it, that's not going to be very great. Of course, he knew it, which is completely fine. We haven't used head-on yet, because I'm kind of trying to be more on the careful side of things, since he is playing like this, you know? I'm so dumb. I could have gotten a heal this whole time. I'm over here talking so much that I'm getting myself distracted. Oh no. I really don't feel like dying. This is kind of I would say head-on inner strength. Like this whole build overall is kind of a pretty much yelling, no, more like screaming. I love to run killers, but I also like to be stealthy because there's just such that stealth input from it. That's pretty much what you're just getting overall, is like the stealth matter of it, of course, but also that, you know, that big overall I'm running you still type feeling, which is nice. We might get used right here. Okay. I was just hoping that he didn't kill me. I'm mainly trying to find a fucking totem, because I really don't feel like dying, like I said earlier, but if we do end up dying, that's okay. He is right there, and I didn't know. I'm trying to be extra fucking careful because I really just, I want to be able to escape, but I really also do want to. I was trying to say I swore I could have heard his blade. Like I could hear him, his blade scratching his ground. That's something I'm worried about, is if he has some kind of, like stealth perk. And I know I could have picked her up by now, but okay. Oh god. Hmm? Oh my. Oh god. Yeah, that was bad. I don't even care. Well, we didn't get use out of it this game. It's whatever. I did quite bad, but I'm just not on my A game. I'm doing really bad. Sorry about that, but so those are the builds overall. Again, I'm gonna be doing another showcase later on today for healing builds, and then I might even do another one today for what am I trying to think about? like gen builds. I probably won't do them all today. I would say that if I have time to do the healing build one today, then I'll do it today after my stream later for Resident Evil Village. If I can't do the stream today for the healing builds, then I will do it tomorrow. But overall, that was the video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed.